Hello students, welcome to RG Studio. My name is Rahul, I am a teacher. In this video I am going to give information regarding 20 very important multiple choice questions for the preparation of entrance exam for Master of Public Health, that is MPH. This video is very useful for various university and institutes Master of Public Health MPH entrance exams like AIIMS Rishikesh, AIIMS Raipur, AIIMS Jodhpur, Common University Entrance Test, CUT PG, PGI MER, Chandigarh, TISS Mumbai, JIPMER, Pondicherry, IIPH, NIMHANS Bangalore, JNU, Hyderabad University, ICMR Bhubaneswar, Pune University, Lucknow University, Rajiv Gandhi Health University, and for all other university and institutes which conducts Master of Public Health, Hospital Management and other competitive exams, and students who are preparing for Master of Public Health, Hospital Management and other competitive exams. And for this, if they want online or offline coaching and want important questions, PDF notes, they can WhatsApp on 9411513974. And for the preparation of competitive exam, there is a WhatsApp group which link you will get in description box. Kindly subscribe to the channel so that you can get the information for important videos and get the information for new admissions and jobs. So here, and I want to also give you information that for Common University Entrance Test CUT PG, registration may start from December 2023 and entrance exam may be in March 2024. And for this year, Tata Institute of Social Sciences TISS will also use CUT PG score for its all postgraduate courses including public health, hospital management, etc. So this video is very useful for all the entrance exam of MPH and hospital management. So here first question is, drug of choice for prophylaxis against diphtheria is? Drug of choice for prophylaxis against diphtheria is option A ciprofloxacin, option B amoxicillin, option C erythromycin, option D cotrimoxazole. So correct answer is option C, that is erythromycin. Drug of choice for prophylaxis against diphtheria is, correct answer is erythromycin. Erythromycin is the drug of choice for prophylaxis against diphtheria. Next question is, treatment of choice for diphtheria carriers is? Treatment of choice for diphtheria carriers is option A erythromycin, option B tetracycline, option C penicillin, option D DPT. Full form of DPT is diphtheria pertussis tetanus. So here correct answer is erythromycin. Treatment of choice for diphtheria carriers is, correct answer is erythromycin. Erythromycin is treatment of choice for diphtheria carriers. Next question is, the usual incubation period for pertussis is? The usual incubation period for pertussis is option A 7 to 14 days, option B 3 to 5 days, option C 21 to 25 days, option D less than 3 days. So here correct answer is option A, that is 7 to 14 days. Here option A got printed 2 times. So the usual incubation period for pertussis is, correct answer is 7 to 14 days. 7 to 14 days is the usual incubation period for pertussis. Next question, which of the following statement is true regarding pertussis? Which of the following statements is true regarding pertussis? Option A, neurological complication rate of DPT, that is diphtheria pertussis tetanus, is 1 in 50,000. Option B, vaccine efficacy is more than 95%. Option C, erythromycin prevents spread of disease between children. Option D, leukocytosis correlates with the severity of cough. So here question is, which of the following statement is true regarding pertussis? So option C, that is erythromycin prevents spread of disease between children. This statement is true regarding pertussis. And option A, B and D, that is neurological complication rate of DPT, that is diphtheria pertussis tetanus, is 1 in 50,000. Option B, vaccine efficacy is more than 95%. Option C, leukocytosis correlates with the severity of cough. These options are not true regarding pertussis. Next question, true regarding pertussis is all accept. True regarding pertussis is all accept. So which statement here means of the question is which statement is not true about pertussis? So option A, it is associated with an inspiratory whoop. Option B, it is a droplet infection. Option C, parapertussis causes more severe disease than pertussis. Option D, pneumonia is most common complication. So here option C, that is parapertussis causes more severe disease than pertussis. This option is not true regarding pertussis, and option A, B and D, these statements are true regarding pertussis, that is it is associated with an inspiratory whoop, it is a droplet infection, pneumonia is most common complication. These statements are true regarding pertussis, and option C, that is parapertussis causes more severe disease than pertussis, this statement is not true regarding pertussis. Next question, true about pertussis is are. Which options are true about pertussis? So option A, incubation period is 7 to 14 days. Option B, main source of infection is chronic carriers. Option C, can affect any age. Option D, secondary attack rate is unimmunized person is 90%. Option D, E, more common in summers. So here true about pertussis is are. Which options are true regarding pertussis? So here option A, C and D, these statements are true about pertussis, that is incubation period is 7 to 14 days, can affect any age, secondary attack rate in unimmunized person is 90%. These three options are true about pertussis. And option B and E, that is more source of infection is chronic carriers, more common in summer, these options are not true about pertussis. Next question, true about pertussis is. True about pertussis, which options are true about pertussis? So here which options is or are true about pertussis? Option A, most of the infections are subclinical. Option B, most infective stage is paroxysmal stage. Option C, drug of choice is erythromycin. Option D, cerebellar ataxia may be a chronic common complication. So here option C is, that is drug of choice is erythromycin. This option is true about pertussis. And option A, B and D, that is most of the infections are subclinical, most ineffective stage is paroxysmal stage, cerebellar ataxia may be a chronic common complication. These statements are not true about pertussis. Next question is treatment for pertussis contacts children for. Treatment for pertussis contacts children for. Option A, prophylactic antibiotic for 10 days. Option B, prophylactic antibiotic for 14 days. Option C, prophylactic antibiotic for 12 days. Option D, prophylactic antibiotic for 11 days. Correct answer is option A, prophylactic antibiotic for 10 days. Treatment for pertussis contacts children for. Correct answer is prophylactic antibiotic for 10 days. So treatment for pertussis contacts children for. Prophylactic antibiotic for 10 days. Next question, about pertussis true is. About pertussis true is. So which of statement are true about pertussis? Option A, secondary attack rate 90%. Option B, no cross immunity with parapertussis. Option C, most infectious during paroxysmal stage. Option D, affects only humans. So here option A, B and D, that is secondary attack rate 90%, no cross immunity with parapertussis, affects only humans. These statements are true about pertussis. And option C, that is most infectious during paroxysmal state, this option is not true about pertussis. Next question, true about meningococcal meningitis is. True about meningococcal meningitis is. Option A, causative agent is a gram-negative diphloxy. Option B, cases are most important source of infection. Option C, treatment with penicillin eradicates carrier state. Option D, vaccine can be given in pregnancy. So here option A, that is causative agent is a gram-negative diphloxy. So this statement is true about meningococcal meningitis. And option B and B, C, D, that is cases are the most important source of infection. Treatment with penicillin eradicates carrier state. vaccine can be given in pregnancy. These statements are not true about meningococcal meningitis. Next question. The following statements about meningococcal meningitis are true except. The following statements about meningococcal meningitis are true except. Option A. The source of infection is mainly clinical cases. Option B. The disease is more common in dry and cold months of the year. Option C. Chemoprophylaxis of close contacts of cases is recommended. Option D. The vaccine is not effective in children below 2 years of age. So here option A, the source of infection is mainly clinical cases. So here question is the following statement about meningococcal meningitis are true. So option A, that is the source of infection is mainly clinical cases. This statement is true about meningococcal meningitis. And option B, C and D, that is the disease is more common in dry and cold months of the year. Chemoprophylaxis of close contacts of cases is recommended. The vaccine is not effective in children below 2 years of age. These statements are not true about meningococcal meningitis. Next question. Xavier and Yugender stay in the same hostel of the same university. Xavier develops infection with group B meningococcus. After a few days, Yugender develops infection due to group C meningococcus. All the following are true statements except option A. Educate students about meningococcal transmission and take preventive measures. Option B. Chemoprophylaxis against both group B and group C. Option C. Vaccine prophylaxis of contacts of Xavier. Option D. Vaccine prophylaxis of contacts of Yugender. So here option C, that is vaccine prophylaxis of contacts of Xavier. This statement is not true regarding this question. And option A, B and D, that is educate students about meningococcal transmission and take preventive measures. Chemoprophylaxis against both group B and group C. Vaccine prophylaxis of contacts of Yugender. These statements are true regarding this question. That is Xavier and Yugender stay in the same hostel of the same university. Xavier develops infection with group B meningococcus. After a few days, Yugender develops infection due to group C meningococcus. So all the statements are true. So option A, B and D, these statements are true. Next question. Vaccine for meningococcal meningitis should be routinely given to. Vaccine for meningococcal meningitis should be routinely given to. Option A, laboratory workers. Option B, young adolescents. Option C, 4 to 8 years old children. Option D, elderly population. So here correct answer is option B, that is young adolescents. Vaccine for meningococcal meningitis should be routinely given to. Correct answer is young adolescents. So vaccine for meningococcal meningitis should be routinely given to young adolescents. And option A, C and D is not true about this. That is laboratory workers, 4 to 8 years old children, elderly population. These statements are not true regarding vaccine for meningococcal meningitis. Next question. Prophylaxis of meningococcal meningitis is. Prophylaxis of meningococcal meningitis is option A, ciprofloxacin. Option B, rifampicin. Option C, penicillin. Option D, gentamicin. So correct answer is rifampicin. Prophylaxis of meningococcal meningitis is, correct answer is rifampicin. Next question. WHO, that is World Health Organization criteria for high epidemicity of for meningococcal disease include. World Health Organization, that is WHO criteria for high endemicity for meningococcal disease include. Option A, 0.1%. Option B, 0.01%. Option C, 0.001%. Option D, 1.0%. So correct answer is 0.01%. World Health Organization, that is WHO criteria for high endemicity for meningococcal disease include. Correct answer is 0.01%. Next question. Meningococcal vaccine available is. meningococcal vaccine available is option A ACW135Y, option B ABCW135, option C CYW135B, option D ABCY. So correct answer is option A ACW135Y. Meningococcal vaccine available is, correct answer is ACW135Y. Next question, MC serotype of meningococcus causing epidemics worldwide is, MC serotype of meningococcus causing epidemics worldwide is option A, option B W135, option C, option D Y. So correct answer is option A. That is MC serotype of meningococcus causing epidemics worldwide is, correct answer is capital A. Next question, with reference to meningococcal meningitis, which one of the following statement is not correct? With reference to meningococcal meningitis, which one of the following statements is not correct? Option A, fatality in untreated cases is 60%. Option B, disease spreads mainly by droplet infection. Option C, treatment of cases has no significant effect in epidemiological pattern of disease. Option D, mass chemoprophylaxis causes immediate drop in incidence rate of cases. So correct answer is option A, fatality is in untreated cases is 60%. So here question is, with reference to meningococcal meningitis, which one of the following statement is not correct? So with reference to meningococcal meningitis, fatality in untreated cases is 60%. This statement is not correct. And option B, C and D. So these statements are correct regarding to meningococcal meningitis. So option B, that is disease spreads mainly by droplet infection. Treatment of cases has no significant effect in epidemiological pattern of disease. Mass chemoprophylaxis causes immediate drop in incident rate of cases. These statements are true about meningococcal meningitis. Next question. Meningococcal vaccine contains option A 50 microgram of polysaccharide of each strain, option B 100 microgram of polysaccharide of each strain, option C 1000 microgram of polysaccharide of each strain, option D 5000 microgram of polysaccharide of each strain. So correct answer is option A, 50 microgram of polysaccharide of each strain. So here question is, meningococcal vaccine contains, correct answer is 50 microgram of polysaccharide of each strain. Next question, how many doses of monovalent meningococcal C vaccine is given in infants? How many doses of monovalent meningococcal C vaccine is given in infants? Option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 4. Correct answer is option B 2. So question is, how many doses of monovalent meningococcal C vaccine is given in infants? Correct answer is 2. So in this video, information regarding 20 very important multiple choice questions for the preparation of entrance exam for Master of Public Health, that is MPH, has been given. And this video is very useful for various university and institutes Master of Public Health, that is MPH entrance exams like AIIMS Rishikesh, AIIMS Jodhpur, AIIMS Raipur, Common University Entrance Test, CUT PG, PGI MER, Chandigarh TISS Mumbai, JIPMER Pondicherry, IIPH, NIMHANS Bangalore, JNU Hyderabad University, ICMER Bhubaneswar, Pune University, Lucknow University, Rajiv Gandhi Health University, and for all other university and institutes which conducts Master of Public Health, Hospital Management and other competitive exams, and students who are preparing for MPH, Hospital Management and for other competitive exams. And for this, if they want to join online offline coaching, want important questions, PDF note, they can WhatsApp on 9411513974. And for the preparation of competitive exams, there is a WhatsApp group which link you will get in description box. Kindly subscribe to the channel so that you can get the information for important videos and get the information for various admissions and jobs. Thanks for watching this video.